श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय। कृष्ण संहिता की जय। इंद्रियाणि भजन्ते के त्यक्त्वा वैधविधिं शुभम् नवमिवृषभास्ते नश्यन्ते कृष्ण तेजसा फलकादशमी कालीये सर्परूपके सम्प्रदाय विरोधोऽयं धावानलो विचिन्त्यते प्रलम्बद्वादशे चौर्यम् आत्मानुब्रह्मवादिना प्रविष्ट कृष्णदास्यति वैष्णवानां सुतस्कर कर्मणा फलं वीक्ष्य देवेन्द्रादित्या पूजनम् त्रयोदशात्मको दशो वर्जनीय प्रयाणक चौर्यान्वितमायो दोषो व्योमासुरस्वरूपक श्रीकृष्ण कृति पर्याप्तो नारायणां प्रतिबन्धक वर्जनीयं सदा सति विस्मृति ह्यात्मनो यज वरुणालय सम्प्रति नन्दस्य चितामादकम् प्रतिष्ठपराता भक्ति चलेन भुगकामना शङ्काचूदयिते प्रोक्ता षोडश प्रतिबन्धक आनन्दवर्धने कीर्त्ये सायुज्यं भसतेरिणे तन्नन्दभक्षका सर्प तेन मुक्तसुवैष्णव भक्ति तेजसमृद्ध्यातु स्वोत्कर्ष ज्ञानवानर कदाचिद्युष्टा बुद्ध्यातु शेषिज्ञमवमान्यते दोषश्चाष्टदशयेते भक्तानां शत्रवोरिति दमनीय प्रयत्नेन कृष्णानन्दनिषेविना ज्ञानिनां मथुरदोषा कर्मीणां पुरावर्तिना वर्जनीय सदा किन्तु भक्तानां व्रजदूषका हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitya Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaur Hari Bol Jaya Bhaktivinod Thakur Jaya Bhaktivinod Thakur Jaya Bhaktivinod Thakur Jaya Bhaktivinod Thakur Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Go Pramandi Hari Hari Bol Shabbat Thakur Ki Jai Prabhupada Ki Jai Guru Maharaj Ki Jai
Karuna Banda ki jai. Another chapter under your belt. Thank you so much. Fantastic.
Maharaj Ki Jai.
Sita Ram Prabhu, would you like to read the English translation?
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Many weak-hearted people give up the path of regulatory principles and enter the path of attachment. When they are unable to realize the soul's spiritual attachment, they behave like Vrishabhasura, Aristasura, the bull, by cultivating perverted material attachment. They will be killed by the prowess of Krishna. The example of this obstacle is regularly found among the selfish dharma bhaji, the show-bottle devotees. Kaliya's malice always pollutes the water of Yamuna, which is the spiritual liquid of the Vaishnava. It is everyone's duty to give up this 10th obstacle. The 11th obstacle of the Vaishnava is sectarianism, which takes the shape of the forest fire. Due to sectarianism, a person cannot accept anyone outside of his own group as a Vaishnava. And as a result, he faces many obstacles in finding a guru and associating with devotees. Therefore, extinguishing the forest fire is most important. The impersonalists desire to merge the soul in the impersonal Brahman. In other words, searching for the liberation of complete merging is a defect of stealing the self, because there is no happiness in this state. Neither the living entity nor the Lord gain anything from this. If one believes the impersonalist philosophy, then he must accept this material world as false. One then denounces Brahman as indifferent and gradually develops doubts about the basis of Brahman. If one deeply discusses this topic, then he is compelled to accept meaninglessness and non-existence of the living entities. Thus all the mankind's endeavors and consideration become meaningless. Sometimes this philosophy enters amongst the Vaishnava in the form of pralambasur, to spread anarthas, in the form of stealing the self. This is the 12th obstacle in the Vaishnava science of love. The 13th obstacle for the Vaishnava is the worship of minor demigods, such as Indra, with a desire for fruitive result, even after becoming situated in the process of devotional service. The 14th obstacle in developing love for Krishna is stealing others' property and speaking lies. This creates disturbances in Vraja in the form of Vyomasur. The transcendental happiness of the living entities is Vraja, is known as Nanda. In order to enhance this happiness, some deluded people drink wine and as a result, they create the great anartha of forgetting themselves. Kidnapping Nanda to the abode of Varuna is a 15th obstacle for the Vaishnava. People who observe in the mood of Vraja never drink wine. The desire of gaining fame and sense gratifications with bhakti is called Shankachuta. This is a 16th obstacle. Those whose action is motivated by desire for fame, also proud. Therefore, Vaishnavas should always be careful of such persons. As a Vaishnava happiness continually increases in the process of worship, they sometimes lose consciousness. At the time, the feeling of merging overcomes them. This feeling of merging with the Lord is a snake that swallows Nanda Maharaj, a practitioner who remains free from this. Yes, from this snake will become a qualified Brahmana. Case is a demon in the form of a horse, personifies this practitioner conception of being more expert than others in devotional service. When he comes to Vraja, he creates a great disturbance. As the Vaishnava gradually begins proclaiming his own superiority, a mentality of disrespect for the Lord arises and the devotee falls from his position. Therefore, it is most important to prevent this evil mentality from entering the heart, even if one is an expert, even if one is what it is. In devotional service, a Vaishnava will never give up the quality of humility. If one does so, then there is a need of killing Kesi. This is a 18th obstacle. Those who want to happily serve Krishna in the pure mood of Vraj should carefully destroy the above mentioned 18 obstacles. Some of these obstacles should be destroyed by a person's own endeavor and purity, and some should be destroyed by the mercy of Krishna. A living entity is able to personally destroy the obstacles that are found under the shelter of religious duties through samadhi known as Savikalpa. Srimad Bhagavatam explains that these obstacles are actually destroyed by Baldev. But it is also described that the obstacles that are destroyed by taking shelter of Krishna are actually destroyed by him. Swan-like people, swan-like persons with subtle discrimination should carefully discuss these topics. Those who are on the path of Gyan should give up the offenses found in the realm of Mathura. And those who are on the path of fruitive activities should give the offenses found in Dwarka. The devotees should give up the obstacles that pollute the mood of Vraj and be absorbed in love of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Sitaram and Karuna Panda. Beautiful bhajan. This is really so important. Help us to destroy our anarthas by remembering the different demons that Krishna kills. So this is from Attaiva Vraja Bhavanam by Bhaktivinod Thakur in the Krishna Samhita, chapter 8, Vraja Bhava Vicarah. Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai.